Hello, hello,
I've
everyone.
forgotten to post that are starting. Hello,
Very
everyone. I'm very
well,
awake. An alarm is going off there in the background, too. Okay. Now I've actually announced that I'm streaming. Hello, everyone.
What happened last time on Disco Elysium?
A whole day. God, what specific? I mean, I know we had the debriefing with Kim.
Yep.
In the debriefing with Kim, we ran around. I remember running around an apartment complex a lot.
Yeah, we didn't do much in the apartment complex, but we did walk around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we talked to the smoker friend,
Oh my god, that's right. Oh my god, that's
and we were too
right!
late. And now it's
Kim's
ready for
like,
tomorrow,
why
which is
don't we come back tomorrow at this exact time? We're too late today.
yeah, we were like literally like 10 minutes after. I think it was 9:40. It was like Kim said it's like 9:30 tomorrow or something. And then we had some cool dreams as our body was going through withdrawal.
Well, we also had to sell Kim's hubcaps.
Yep. Kim is corrupt as well. Remember the kids? A cap.
Yep. Ah. And okay, now we've started smoking again.
Hooray. Maybe let's just keep the smoking and let's not
We're
embrace
cool.
order habits. Or who knows? And we embrace order habits again and we start the self-destructive spiral.
Start. Baby,
Smoking's
we've
more
already started.
smoking's more like a long-term death.
Oh, there's Kim.
Morning.
He gives you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the dock workers union. The belt used for hanging him. The circumstances in Martinez. My preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them. And it won't be easy.
What do you mean, rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
There's so many of them. You should call in reinforcements.
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep it
Oh
quiet,
yeah.
okay?
We also note like some important quotation marks world building details. But the general politics, what's happening around here.
Yeah.
The moral Linton.
Kim's goddamn centrist. Let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first.
Fuck you, authority.
But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
I am.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Hey, lady.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Howdy, Lena. What's kicking?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
She sighs. Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
You need to use the phone anyway.
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Oh.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
She looks down.
Fuck you. Leave.
Okay, I'll bet. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances at the window towards the bay. Where's this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it?
Waterlock on the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
I don't really know.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
Clearly.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that Vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired, and it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
So your husband's some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
God, that word.
Yeah, there's a big difference there.
Yep. It's like,
It's like, oh, he's a scientist, all right. A not scientist.
not actually. It's like, okay. A pretend scientist.
He specializes in fake things.
Oh, everyone loves an English teacher. Sorry.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
The
I mean,
lieutenant sounds
we
unimpressed.
all know that, Kim, but you don't have to say it in front of this, in front of the wife.
Yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
Yes, but to be entirely fair to Kim, if I just watched this man bumbling about, taking on side quests all day long, just hear about just go like, oh, and what's cryptozoology? I would also immediately
It's
be like,
no,
no, we're not doing this. It's
No.
not real.
Fuck off.
I'm setting that
We have a
expectation
policy
for
soon,
you
like,
right now. You have to understand, it's not real.
like this union thing we're doing with the strike situation and the murder we have to solve.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's,
Oh,
it's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious.
Of course.
Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and
Ugh.
often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it.
Yeah, too lazy.
Universities
Clearly.
are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Real research, huh? God, this is loaded language.
Oh, yeah, it's real research. They spend all that time on gender studies.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Oh, that makes sense. Like parroting your significant other's words.
Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids.
You're an enthusiast.
Wow!
But you're still an idiot.
87% success is still 13% fail.
Yep, the dice work like that.
I want to know everything about cryptids. Living cryptids, extinct cryptids, marine cryptids, land cryptids. Bring it on.
We don't have time for cryptozoology 101. Let's get back to work, shall we?
No.
Tell me more about Morale. Looks, character, your relationship. Wonder if this is a Hunter x Hunter reference.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin.
If I had a guess, probably not. From what I remember, not. Who knows?
Is he built like a brick shithouse? With a pipe and
Who knows?
shoulder-length hair with sunglasses.
Who knows?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Let's try again. If I were trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She smiles wistfully. I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating, but I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Nah, I get it. I get what you're telling me, Kim. Nah, I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
A phasmid.
Phasmatode, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
Stick
Oh,
bug.
yes. Here comes the interesting.
I don't even remember the... Oh, yeah, I do now.
Where other
Get stick bug.
phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name.
That's believable.
Insulindian phasmid.
Yeah.
Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us officers.
It's not
She
like the
looks
Yeti
in-
or something.
Looks in the eye and nods thoughtfully. Yeah, just like...
Just like a random insect
we're
that
here.
can like beam.
We're here looking for cryptids. What, cryptid? You see, it's a really rare butterfly that's red.
Yeah.
But not
It
like
does
any
lead-
other shade of red. This one's slightly darker red.
It does lead to credence that she wasn't as her husband wasn't just BSing. That it's more about finding rare insects more than like fictitious stuff.
Yeah.
But words are loaded.
We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even.
Very good camouflage, huh?
So, is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Makes you think the phasmids around here.
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So, newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have.
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
I do hate this.
Hey, what specifically?
The only move on option that I have is
Is condescending. Yeah, that
it
sucks.
is condescending. It's like, oh, so what's special about this stick bug then? It's like, I mean, I know what's special about it. Like, I get it that it's
Yeah, it's the discovery of a new thing. It doesn't have to be like
Yeah.
super, like uber electric powers. It's just a cool insect.
yeah, it's something that wasn't known about before. It's making your mark on the world, confirming things.
Yep.
It's the
science.
boring section of science where we list off everything we do know, and then we relist it off 3 more times just to make sure.
Yep.
Because then we're gonna find that some of the things that we know aren't actually things that we know, and who knows where that could lead.
Yeah, because science is all about doubting, doubting the minute details a bit. Because that's what a hypothesis is all about. Just trying to, it's always about like figuring out, okay, I need to pick at this from every angle to make sure it is true, no matter what. That gravity is constant, no matter what. You know.
Because
In
sometimes you
every
might
edge
just
case scenario.
find that, yeah, in very specific scenarios, we don't actually fucking understand gravity, apparently. And I
Yep.
don't
It was
remember the
Newton, then
details on that.
Newton did the initial thing, then Einstein was like, there's a bit of a special thing, and then someone else came later with quantum mechanics, but I'm not too much into the hard sciences, as my Baudelaire friend says. Material sciences, that's the quote. Call me Minanya, he was talking about that.
Ah,
Friends at the library.
yeah. Oh,
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is
Nah.
very special.
the woman's
don't
face
worry, the
flushes
protagonist is
with
very-
embarrassment. Yeah.
The protagonist is a cop. Of course he doesn't understand.
He is just now sober for the first time in like 10 years. At least.
At least, yep. I mean, he seemed like kind of competent in the past.
Yeah, but that was not while sober. Why do you think we're fucking up so much?
Yeah, maybe comes down, gets like, oh, I can definitely do a suggestion vote. Fails because he didn't drink today.
We flew too close to the sun. We were too powerful of a cop. That's why we
Yep.
became what we are now. A shell of our former self.
Yep. Gotta get that speed.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
You don't notice this about me, but actually, I have lost all memory of the world and myself, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Surely things can't be that bad?
She frowns, looking you over.
You sense that she won't judge you, no matter what you say.
That makes sense. If she can like suspend the disbelief for like these weird insects, then her like her bottom layer of understanding must be pretty low. Not you got what I mean. Sorry, wrong words, but
Yeah. Things
suspension of
aren't
disbelief,
bad.
but
They're catastrophic.
You know where we are, right?
A war zone at the edge of the world.
It does still look like that in some parts of the city, doesn't it? We are in a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, dear, and the Whirling itself is in the city of Revachol.
Okay.
Yes, and Revachol?
Honestly, I don't really know anything about Revachol.
Oh my, how would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies her expression. You must look quite lost. I mean, it doesn't change from that, right?
And that is a very lost expression. Just smiling and bearing the pain and confusion of life.
Just eyes squinting, face in an eternal grin, just nodding. Uh-huh.
What is
Yeah.
New Yorkie?
Yeah, York New, right? Yeah.
Londinium?
London.
Horatio?
Texas.
Hamburger.
Speaking of history,
Berlino.
you know what year it is, yes?
Do you actually remember the year?
It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am.
There. The year is 51 and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better days ahead.
The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
He thought you just had a really bad hangover yesterday. Then he realized, oh no.
He's like,
this amnesia
oh no.
isn't temporary.
He's got a really bad hangover.
Outside, spring rain seeps into the cracks in the walls and the cobblestone streets and into grated storm drains, all the way down into the sewers. Above ground, the first maybells blossom.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
I mean, we know the answer, right?
Yeah.
Do we?
Cop. We are living under the cop regime.
Of course.
Cop. We are living under the cop regime.
Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not. Try one more time, officer. What mode of government?
So there's the centrism answer, communist. Third answer, I actually don't know. Fourth answer, liberal, not liberal.
I read the
what's the fourth?
I read 3 as like vaguely fascist, 4 as libertarian,
libertarian, 5th as
5
very
as
fascist.
extremely fascist.
Yeah.
I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but someone tells me it's not.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way, other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct.
Definitely, all of them. Not alive and well in the Union or anything.
Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
Oh,
So like
she's
post-war
based.
Germany, so like post-war Germany is what I'm thinking right now. But did post-war Germany have its own government? No, it didn't. I'm trying to remember the exact. I'm trying to remember the exact history.
I know that like
Like,
post-war
West to East.
Japan did.
Okay, let's continue. It's been too long since I've did my history classes.
But they still have cops.
Him just shaking his head in the back.
Just like, I just explained all of this last night.
The best case scenario, we can just see our protagonist here just wants to see a different perspective that isn't coming from a cop.
I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got.
God, that's truly the worst timeline, when the cops are the best representation you have.
Yeah. It's like, if you want to vote, all you gotta do is join the police. And then
It's
you
like,
have to
oh,
vote
no.
every time you solve a case. There's no government, how come there are cops? I already know this! Because the coalition gives us our authority.
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't really any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
But
Yes, this is new information.
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
she just wanted to gush about instincts and said she had to deal with this.
Come on, if I stopped every time I looked like I needed a break, I'd never get anything done in my life.
Nice.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new. Something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What does that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
You can tell me more.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to look at it. Oh, I already did.
He did,
We had
yesterday.
an extensive conversation about this last night. He explained everything to me already.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a police officer.
Fucking Sundere Kim. I will be your
You
guy.
did.
Explains the whole fucking.
You did, though. All of it.
Of course. Then, I don't know, someone rich maybe. Wealthy people
Who's
are
the richest
educated.
person here?
I don't know where you would find a wealthy
But I
person
don't like
these
talking to
days.
Joyce.
Talk to Joyce for reality lowdown.
Thank you, sweetie. You did make me forget about my worries.
Yes,
for a
a
while.
clearly unbiased perspective.
She smiles up at you, but concern is creeping back in her expression. That's all for now, ma'am. Woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today starts in a man's handwriting.
I wonder what that means. So that makes no sense. The handwriting doesn't work like that, but anyways, I assume that is the forgotten memories of our protagonist peeking in there.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, like, you know, like, what was it? The fucking, what is that fucking pseudoscience called? Of, like, the analysis of handwriting.
Yeah, something. Handwriting analysis. I don't know. Let me actually check though.
Yeah. Fucking.
Graphiology,
Alright.
which I wouldn't think
yeah.
that's how what it means. Graphiology,
Yeah. I know, like,
what I mean.
that sort of thing with, like, Sherlock Holmes and such.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we have the Union. We have the kitchen open.
Are so thinly sliced you can see through them.
The man
Nice.
ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
You know what's behind that door. Point to the blue door.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Leo said you're friends with Manana. Is that true?
The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends.
What's in the borscht you're making there? Point to the large pot.
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Mercury rising. Run your fingers through your hair.
Borscht need more vodka?
He looks up the soup, then at you. He picks up a bottle from the shelf. I see.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Is that clever?
Depends what the Union wants.
I mean, is that clever though? Giving your striking workers alcohol seems pretty basic to me. Just like,
Or Kim doesn't have high expectations of people.
to get
Like basic
them
arithmetic.
to keep striking. The Union has been giving these men money and food. Clever.
Clever. The basic arithmetic of human relationships.
Vodka borscht! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself.
Oh, I should.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg.
Oh my god.
The more alcohol, less alcohol, or say fuck it. Keep the status quo.
Oh. I don't want to break the strike. You know? I'll leave the cooking to you, shrug. I have business.
The cook gives you a long, inspecting look, then shrugs too, and seems to wait for you to speak.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. The worst. You know what? Yeah, no, the worst YouTube outro of all time. Don't mind me, I just picked at my face until it started bleeding, so specifically a zit on my face, so I am unpackaging this liquid bandage here.
Liquid bandage.
Yeah. Do they have these, where you are?
I've not heard of it before, so probably not. What is a liquid bandage?
It's,
Liquid.
this one's a new skin brand. It's basically just a little, like,
We do
liquid
have it
that
over
when you
here.
put on it, yeah, it just, like, sort of congeals into a shell. Also
Makes
includes
sense, yeah.
some, antibacterial stuff, so, hurts like hell when it goes on.
Oof.
But you know what? I cannot see to apply this from here. Give me just one quick sec, sorry. Why? I just turned on my tablet's camera to get a look at my face to apply the bandage, and it just took a picture of me automatically for some reason. Oh. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I've, like, sprayed it onto, like, a skinned knee before, and... Oh, that's pain. Alright, Gart.
Can I help you?
He arches an eyebrow. Well, my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
20 real.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
You buy.
One more night. Also, I think I hear like the wind tunnel.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Speak. Okay, now it's better.
Okay. Jesus, total is 9.
Yep. Insanity.
Okay. This is what she studied law for. The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
You seem a little different.
Hello, not a gardener.
Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
You're not a gardener.
That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Feels like she's waiting for a reaction of some sort. That makes sense. Alright, Lieutenant, she did seem friendlier sitting on that corner.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
She points to the man standing in the middle of the room. Huh.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Hmm.
You can't be arrested from the police. You just say no.
Well, that could be a problem. Then at the same time, oh my god, that adds a whole new layer to everything.
In what way?
Because I can already see that our options in the future could be, like, risk an all-out confrontation here, or, like, kidnap him in the middle of the night, but then that's barely better than, like, is that so good? Like, no, that's not good. That's, like, that's clearly being, like, a semi-fascist arm of a bullshit government.
And even if you can do it from like a logistics perspective, that could set up a lot of bad things.
Yup.
Like we arrested him. We arrested him. Oh no, the union.
Yeah,
the
'cause
consequences
then-
of our actions.
Yeah, like,
the
the
remnants
question
of the
is,
communists.
do I want to, like... Do I want to pluck that cord? You know?
In what way do you want to play this?
Vaguely supportive.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Him is on the other
She says
coin,
nothing.
vaguely opposing.
Dare speak up to her.
Yep.
Good cop, bad cop.
Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Are you Elizabeth? Miss Buford?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
She really does not want to have any personal conversations.
She points at a tall man by the table. I mean, she's smart, right? Don't talk to cops.
Mm-hmm. Don't talk to
It's
cops.
literally their job to trick you into saying something incriminating so they can arrest you and get another tally on their numbers.
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Easy Leo
And
told
from
me
what
about
we've
you.
seen,
He likes to talk a lot.
You are not
our
here to
protagonist
chat
is very
about
good at those
the
cases.
person. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
Oh, I have no way to back off. Well, in it now.
Cop mode activated.
Said you're the union fixer. You fix things.
I am a legal counsel. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory.
Why should talk to Titus then? It's a bowl. There's spit in it, reeking of tobacco.
What was the minor victory? What was the minor victory that Sorority talked about there?
That you got her to,
Establish a role? No, that doesn't make sense. She really was establishing a role as legal counsel. Maybe... I don't know.
Authority just wanted a victory.
Possibly, yeah.
Maybe it's that you got her to speak a little bit less professionally. Photos of men in overalls toting guns
yeah.
and Union placards.
That makes sense. Yeah.
See,
Threw her game off slightly. Hawthorne.
This would have a perfect view of the backyard, huh?
Indeed.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Poetic.
The men are talking, but you swear you hear those black limbs tap on the window as the wind blows outside.
Well,
it's not time yet.
3%. Aim that shot and take it.
Nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn, nor does the light come in from this window.
Squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. You're not so sure about that. Somehow you just know there's something out there behind the glass.
Inland told you. Once more with feeling!
Nothing. As before. Just black branches.
My depression.
Now, huh? Window shopping?
Yeah.
I think he's trying to find dirt on us, in our box. It's what they do, Shanks. Did you know policemen are sometimes...
One of the 4 emperors? We got a Yonko here.
Wow, no. I hadn't heard that.
He's got some experience from that.
Yeah, because they like to sniff around in dirt.
The tattooed man gives you a look. I do like dirt.
He's just trying to sound clever. He has no idea what you're looking for, nor do you yourself.
There's something out there.
Yeah, your mother.
The classic.
It's not a very good mother joke, but the room still laughs. Something about those mother jokes just works.
Revert your gaze.
That's a good sentence.
It is.
This is where you say your bit.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective.
Lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Bad idea, Kim.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you, maybe against his better judgment, but he does.
Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Cross your arms.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
The little guy looks at his mates in disbelief.
From everyone's perspective, they just sort of cop just come in, look outside the window for like a fucking minute, say there's something out there, and then just stare at Titus.
Cross arms.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
The mind games.
Lieutenant turns to the broad-shouldered man at the end of the table. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
That is why do you sound like you're both Russian and from southern Missouri.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Well, Good job.
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start.
I think the protagonist had this Ocean episode because that sentence was the one he heard when he woke up from his limbic system. Time to go work to the shit factory.
Yeah.
And since I was very out of context, yeah.
First-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
Scan the room.
No. I's here. You got business with my boy. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them. Now watch the other guys fuck it up by falling out of line.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
Shouts the scrawny, rat-faced man, 2 teeth missing in the front.
The Emperor!
Yes. Falling out of line to
black-haired Shanks.
This is the best kind. And now this guy is going to...
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Says the 40-something man from the corner, with a plectrum hanging from his neck. God damn, he's 40? Looking good for 40.
Yeah, I would think it was like early 20s.
Yeah, maybe like 19?
Use it to take
I think that's what a plectrum is.
Floodgates open.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
You notice gang tattoos. The man must be either Mesk or Saramirzian. Saramirzian. I said it right the first time.
This one knows how to keep things going. He's a hothead, but not one to be taken lightly. The last one is a bit of a black sheep.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Oh, poor guy.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already got a pretty good picture of these guys. You can use this.
What can I use it for?
Fucking say something already!
The rat-faced man doesn't let you think. Okay, scraggle-haired Shanks. The man hanging in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
I have spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision.
That is fucking bizarre. A man. A goddamn magician.
He shakes his head.
The lieutenant waits for your reply. Patiently. His foot taps only a little.
He said love did him in.
Well, fortune teller. You might be onto something. They don't just end up in trees for nothing.
There was a speck of truth in there for him. You accidentally touched something.
Ooh.
We had something else, beside the occult vision.
He turns to you.
We had to have something. His foot tapping has become less patient now.
Is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Oh, wow. Thank you for just easily establishing that.
Indeed.
Yes.
Very easy.
Why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why.
Thank you.
Container belt around his neck.
So how'd you do it? Disco Elysium. Pretty good game, huh?
I feel like you're being sarcastic with me.
The suggestion tell you that? Logic?
That's it. The game's over. We got the perpetrator.
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
Honest men and perpetrator do not, like, you can't have an honest perpetrator. Like,
I mean, they were honest. They said they hanged them, and now they're telling the truth. It's an honest perpetrator. It makes sense.
They perpetrated the event.
Yep.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So who's a mercenary? That's it?
And he stepped out of line.
He repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
So even a more experience than the Pinkertons.
Yup.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Would have been real nice if maybe you'd, left him alive long enough to figure out stuff like that. Prove it.
Would be a shame if, hanged like a, not innocent, but not the enemy.
Yeah, just some merc that was just hanging out at the bar, like, on his week off.
Yep. And this got just shot.
Hold on, how do you even know he's in Special Forces?
Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Really?
Well, if he was a strike breaker,
Had a gin and tonic up
he
there,
must be a pretty bad one.
Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed
Ooh,
workers,
okay.
threatened to kill some as a warning.
Yeah, it's no longer about being... even if they weren't coming from Wild Pines, that is the public lynching.
Yep.
Worthy, and probably, yeah. Yeah.
Suddenly, he regrets mentioning the rape.
Oh, really? Even though that's just the most, like, okay, well, I am at this point no longer, like, I mean, not like I was going to actually do anything beforehand, after, like,
but now,
figuring out this guy's a mercenary,
this is
like, fuck.
This is like one of the cases where, like, if they come in court, they get like a slap on the wrist, basically, like, oh yeah, you have like 1 year community service, goodbye.
Well, no, they wouldn't, because this guy was, working for Wild Pines
I meant like
the coalition government.
I mean, like yeah, true, yeah.
Yeah.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Lieutenant is trying to make sense of the flood of information.
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Probably a different reaction than most Americans.
This is the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, as you said.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Okay, I see what this line of questioning is now. Okay,
what is
then,
it?
now about the man you killed. I'm assuming that this is, like, trying to figure more details out about that, but, like, honestly, I kind of just instantly believe him.
Yeah, because the suggestions, one of the skills saying that Titus regrets saying that makes it much more believable.
Yeah. Ugh, but then also, if we get the...
But
if we get more
it would be
information
good.
out of this, we might be able to convince Kim more.
Yeah, that this is like this death was we needed.
Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
I mean, yeah, no remorse, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Who called the shots that night? Why did his occur? How did you
Who
kill
called
him?
the shots that night?
Death? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
He sounds more amused than angry. If our Clay runs the union, the answer to him, right?
You keep him the fuck out of this. We have autonomy. It's all on us. Evrard runs the union. I run the Hardy Boys.
When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, everyone acted as one.
That would definitely hold up in court. Definitely.
Definitely.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
The fixer turns to remind Titus.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
Well, that's, whew. That's pretty definitive.
Coincidental. Very coincidental.
By Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
Lieutenant pretends to check his notes.
Confirming.
I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
Well, no, she'd kick my ass. How do you think I'm talking to you? And all this information.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
I don't really care how they killed him, right? They just easily have, like, you know, held him down, like, wrapped it around his neck,
He
and
had
then
his-
brought it up with a crane or whatever.
Yeah. He had his special armor on, right?
He did, which means that they probably weren't gonna, you know, kill him with blunt force, but they do have something, like, they do have the thing wrapped around his neck.
Yeah.
But I want more establishing details about the remorselessness. You murdered him just like that. No remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
He says it as if it were worse than dying.
The first one being an idiot, second one following orders, third one enforcing the status quo, and fourth one the truth.
I mean, honestly, I drink so much I can't remember anyone up behind bars.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
He wipes his mouth at the back of his hand. I get one more, huh? How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
I mean, obviously not.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Wasn't he a trained killer from Moran? He's of special forces. Yes, how'd you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
Where did this overpowering happen?
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Shit, you might be lying.
Shaky might be lying.
There we are.
You have a level up to your point.
Indeed I do. And I would like to succeed this. Ah!
Yeah.
Surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
All of them? Maybe one of them is fidgeting. Oh, all of them? Maybe one of them is fidgeting, cracking under the pressure.
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Right, I
White
have
hair,
about
the black hair emperor.
Like what?
So, what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
The lieutenant closes his notebook.
I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Wait, really? Oh.
First degree murder, that makes sense. If it was like any murder, then no, but first degree murder, I can see that. Because first degree murder is like pre-planned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it like self-defense cases or like moments of passions murder.
Second is like I believe second is moment of passion, and third is
Let me check degrees of murder. Degrees.
trying to remember. Third, I think, is essentially
First degree is intentional premeditated. Second degree is unplanned murder. And third degree is no intent to kill and no premeditation. In second degree is you did intend to kill but it wasn't premeditated. And third is you didn't intend to kill but you accidentally did it. So maybe like an assault
I
that
guess
turned
third
into a
is
murder.
I didn't know. I thought that was I thought manslaughter was a different thing than third degree murder though.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe manslaughter. Let me check. Oh wow.
Third degree murder falls between manslaughter and second degree murder. It's not based on having an intent to kill. It's often charged as depraved heart or mind crime. Oh, when you fire a gun into a crowd without intending to kill anyone, compared to manslaughter, which is like you backed your car up into someone by accident.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So third degree would be, you just drive a car into a crowd of protesters.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky to get a beating.
Please, I would love to see you try that. It'd be hilarious.
I fucking skin kicked Measurehead. And you are no Measurehead.
Watching my body go flying around, that'd be great.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals.
I'm gonna take off now. That part doesn't pay me enough for this. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Alright.
I mean,
I will be right back. I need to go to the bathroom.
Cool.
You want me to mute you?
Good. Yeah.
Or do you want to talk to chat? Hello, chat.
Yeah, hello, chat.
I'm pretty sure that's just you. That's the one viewer there.
Yes.
This is a VOD Watchers stream.
Yep. It reminds me when I'm like watching Disco Elysium like VODs and like parts with like 5 views. It's like cool. I'm doing the one watching this. But so fucking good. Those are the best ones.
Yeah. This is for the refined viewers.
Yeah, DMV. Yeah, go to
BRB.
I just mute myself.
Alright. I am
Ahoy,
back.
hoy, hoy.
Yeah, I don't think I mentioned this on any streams yet. I'm gonna mention this probably in next one of our streams because people actually see it there, can respond to it. But you ever just get so curious what you'd look like without eyebrows that you shave them off?
To be honest, no.
So I tried to trim my eyebrows because I got annoyed by how bushy they were. And I knew what was going to happen.
No.
The second I picked up the trimmer, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
And then you did it.
Right? It's the classic story. The like, I gotta lower this one. Okay, I hand slipped a little bit there. Gotta even out the, hand slipped there a little. Gotta even out the, oh no, even out the, and then you run out of eyebrow. I avoided that. I avoided that. Like, I actually evened them both out, and I had like a little bit of eyebrow remaining. And then I went back up, and then I went back down to the bathroom, and I looked in the mirror, and it looked ridiculous already, so I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna get rid of the rest of them. Because I was curious. And you know what? Eyebrow filler pencil is actually pretty inexpensive.
Of course.
So I've been drawing on my own eyebrows whenever I go outside for the past few days.
Wow. I hope you go back soon.
They won't. Also, though, honestly, I might just, like, keep them shaved down, because I do think I look better with thinner eyebrows. More, distinguished look.
The noble.
Who's this guy? Wait, did I talk to him already? Oh, it's all about money, you know. I didn't.
I think he's the.
Didn't know that.
Was he? Was he the sleeping guy from yesterday? Or maybe not. I don't quite recall.
I remember him now from yesterday. He was there, and when I talked to him, he said, "It's all about money, you know."
It's all about money. Indeed, money makes the world go round. After all, them's the bricks. Low on health, put points into endurance. Thank you, game. Let's look at our stuff. Prove your authority to Titus. Add more beauty to the war. Ask him to tell you about the case. Get a reality lowdown.
Oh, these are from yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday.
Oh! I thought the markers were for important things, but it's just for ones I haven't read yet. Okay.
The blue door.
But I know what's up with the Porsche. Alright, I gotta find my badge. I'm just not gonna report it.
Never. You're never going to report into the 41st. Too much of an issue. Said she lives inside a chimney. Find a way in.
You know what? Fuck it.
Let's find his fucking chimney.
Well, no, I know where the chimney is. Oh, that's right. I didn't want to alert anyone that I've been down here in case they check the machine here.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old. You slip your fingers under. If you want to try again, then you need to have the.
Okay, right. It's a map here. Oh. I need a copy of the city map.
How are you gonna get a copy of the city map?
Who are you? Working class woman. You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. See, she seems to be browsing books. Hello? No ceremonies, just hello.
Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Thank you, Logic, for that brilliant introduction.
It's 9 a.m. Maybe she's B shift. Or C shift and she just got off work. Should a working class woman be working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
I'm a policeman.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
She tries hard to focus on the book stand. Maybe your husband is missing.
Have you seen? Do you know your husband is in this time?
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you really know. You don't really know where your husband is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to know?
No.
She looks you straight in the eye. Her right foot is tapping nervously. I can totally help you find your missing husband.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
It's okay.
What?
It's alright to not know where your husband is. Nothing shameful in that.
Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me. My husband is not missing.
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
Maybe your children are missing?
No, absolutely not.
Her words come out quick as gunshots. Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
She's definitely disturbed by now. Nanny, where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance. What if something worse happened? What if they're dead? That's the bad.
That's an intrusive sword.
What if something awful has happened? What if they're in the sewers?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about.
And nothing bad happens in Shamrock.
Her voice has risen as she tries to convince herself that her daughters are safe.
Gonna give this woman a
They're
panic
almost grown
attack.
up now, anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
I'm afraid the danger is now greater than ever. Tell me, how old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
Can you describe me their appearance? Any features that stand out? Something to make identifying a little easier.
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Jamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
It's for the investigation. I'm trying to be professional.
There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
She picks up a book and tries to concentrate. A flock of seabirds passes by. Watch her browse books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. An array of neurons fire up with joy. Bum her a cigarette, lest it turn to pain.
Do you smoke?
No, I don't.
I know for a fact that you smoke.
Why do you think that I smoke?
She looks up, slightly startled. Oh, 2 or 3. 2 or 3.
Wacky or Sherlock?
Randomly serious, I feel like, is wacky enough. Your hands look like they belong to a heavy smoker.
It's not like yours look much better.
She says while eyeing yours. Take a look at your hands.
She is right. Your hands look even worse than hers, with tiny cuts and gushes covering your skin like a spider web. Your fingertips have become an ugly shade of brown.
Just give me a cigarette, please.
I already told you I don't have any. Go bother someone else.
Do you know where I get a new pack?
From the kiosk? There's one near the harbor. It's Frita. You can look it up.
Okay, thanks, no problem.
She sighs.
Maybe your cockatoo is
I
missing.
don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
Was I missing?
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Ma'am, I was asking about your cockatoo. Is it missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
Alright, cockatoo not missing. I just want to make sure.
Great.
Hey, just one more question. What do you mean by me being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Actually, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Thanks for the tip. Get task.
Wonderful. The store is open.
That's all for the moment. I'll let you read.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
I knew we'd find a lead here.
This bond is moving long enough to get a quest.
Gift books and molten candy.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Well, what?
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover,
Oh.
its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
Flip through the pages.
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
What about this guy, the cockatoo storekeeper?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Sure, I'll endanger my standing with getting a room tomorrow. I want to buy the guided cockatoos.
Oh, a nature enthusiast. Good choice. I knew it was a good idea to keep that around.
The money. No, we need more bribes.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Okay, one more.
This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully
Bang bang.
illustrated.
Pull my devil trigger.
Read about the most common bang bang cockatoo.
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly grey and white. The Seminoles name bang bang is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
Major majestic?
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species.
The funeral cockatoo.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
Nice. Alright, what problems these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
I could handle that. It'd be nice to have someone to talk to and feel lonely.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become...
I think the wind tunnel has appeared. Oh, wait, no, it's gone.
Right, that's pretty bad. Anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Yes, but there has to be something great about cockatoos as well.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels.
Ooh, that's bad.
This bird does sound a bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Only the funeral cockatoo in its darkness can truly grasp the depths of my doom-laden soul.
You're right. You're Psittacus venereus embodied. This ominous bird belongs on your heraldry.
Put the book away.
Well worth that $4.
Hell yeah.
Economics. 0.000% of communism has been built. Evil child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmazov fucked him over personally with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
That's a mood. You lost visual calculus, you lost authority, but guess what? For every left-wing dialogue, you get more XP. 4.
Nice.
So with 24 left-wing dialogue, you get an automatic level up.
Indeed.
Tremble.
And all it
The
took was
time is
no less authority
Ta'ola.
and less visual calculus.
What time?
What?
Time for the show. For Ta'ola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream.
Yeah, I don't think the time is now. Maybe later.
No, you cannot leave. The countdown has not yet reached 0. No, no.
Ta'ola, what's that?
Theodos, Xeno Zausin, Ipoli Osithian, Echondes Fronisin.
Thanks, Half-Life.
Wait, what? When did this countdown begin?
Monday morning. The moment you arrived in this reality are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread.
This is because of the insane world in, and I've been saying, isn't it?
Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus.
Palindromos?
People, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years.
Does that mean that
you marked yourself?
Reality is the same backwards as it is forwards?
That's a good point.
Am I sure it's not just a joke or some kind of coping mechanism?
It's totally also a coping mechanism.
Oh.
It doesn't,
good shit.
It doesn't matter how much you fucked up. It doesn't matter how much you fucked up to its ending. Your actions are insignificant.
Yeah, I'm gonna opt out of Palindromos, whatever it is. This was a mistake.
Okay, yes. Maybe it is just the hangover talking. Or some kind of joke you're playing on yourself instead of working on the case.
It 100% was.
100%.
Just
nothing
coping.
Supernatural. Just coping.
Well, it doesn't have to be nothing supernatural. Could just be kind of supernatural, not into the world stuff, just regular stick bugs and whatnot.
Several maps attached to a bulletin. The maps look old and fake. The north coast of Averton up to the east. Hudon. It's so small. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Storekeep, can I have these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
I was on Martinez so cheap.
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago, they also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Hey!
Map obtained.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet?
Yeah, I found a way into the doomed commercial area.
Oh, that's great! I hope exciting adventures lie ahead. And maybe you can help Mother become less afraid.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
She's your aunt?
No, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot.
Why is she distressed?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
You can stop calling me sir. I am but a working man.
No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though.
I get you. I, for example, can't stop making this face. Point at your face.
That's a friendly enough face, most of the time.
Okay, I'm gonna deduce something now.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks wary.
She knows where this is going.
You don't need to be worried, I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You about your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
It's super simple for a detective such as myself.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She is not impressed.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
One more? Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
I mean, yeah. You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in town.
It was okay, sir.
She's still got a rebellious streak.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You think so? Fine, do better. Deduce something about me.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly. You take that back.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
I'm also sad my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She looks you in the eye, a gleam of sympathy on her face.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Hang on, so you know me. We met before?
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time.
She sways back and forth on her feet.
You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Telling people about being a star or something. I don't really understand who those stars are.
Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
I doubt that.
No, you don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Oh.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
I bet if I had higher electrochemistry, I'd get an option to know what that meant.
Maybe.
Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Does that mean I've been talking narcotics?
Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics?
Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
So, why didn't you tell me you knew you get... Wait, hang on. Wait. Yes, as we all know, as human beings, we begin every conversation with, hello, Wise, I know you. We've talked before.
We've talked before. Hello, brother. We have to state our relationships to indicate to the non-existent audience.
Hello, roommate. The story has begun now, so I must talk about how you are my roommate and have been my roommate for this amount of time. So why didn't you tell me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
She looks around for the cameras.
Thanks. I learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Hooray!
Okay, see you around, Annette.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Trace a path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Really? You're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will
Kids yearn for the
collapse
mines.
someday, but somehow it never happens.
Don't you have a real one? I guess I still don't know that much about politics yet. I don't understand, Martinez being, you know, Martinet.
Does anyone in a city like this?
She replies wistfully, looking around.
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
Not the nicest place, but I guess it'll do. I'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me.
Oof.
Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
We'll have other questions.
Shoot, Piggy.
Like
It's what
goodbye.
Cool, I have other questions. Bye.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Rub your shoulders for warmth.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
Her face
is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
The plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Look around yourself.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room.
Shiver. Interesting. Oh, let's check on this place again.
Seems like things have changed.
Yes?
No, no comment about where we are? Okay.
Kim's like, okay.
I wonder if the weasel's even still alive.
Who knows?
Okay. Oh.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
This card thought. Oh, I got a bill with my bare hands. Alright, those two. Neat. Okay. Jesus Christ.
What's wrong?
Neighbor's car alarm keeps going off, making me terrified that it's mine.
Oof.
Oh, right. I remember what I'm doing now. I remember what I'm doing now.
What are you doing?
Not spin kicking the racist lorryman, unfortunately.
Oof.
Your head's awake again. Say hi.
How is my feet against your face?
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
I knocked you out like a god of martial arts.
True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. Has altered a little.
Some respect gained.
Not with the Hardy Boys.
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
But you're all part of the union.
The hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien.
What is money?
Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
You're a woman. But aren't I? Measure head
That's what we
now.
would. Get out! I'm God in this now.
Okay, so I can't. Okay. What's this again?
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
It's a play phone.
Okay, first of all. Would you so kindly,
Its draw has not lessened since you were
been in the
last here.
world for 2
If anything,
days.
It seems to have grown slightly.
Been in the world for 2 days.
Oh, that lowers my rhetoric, damn it. Okay. Okay. Well.
You're back before
3%.
Its draw has not left, and as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind.
No matter how good that no matter how good of a bonus you had, you'd have failed that for 1-1.
Just like the start of Mario.
Da 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 da. Bap.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk
Hey,
to
Leo.
old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back. No trouble at all, mister.
No new questions, got it.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Oh my god, he is so fucking obvious. He has -10 deception. I opened the door, he asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
I did go inside. Weasel had the flag of the old Revachol on his wall.
Exactly the kind of fascist memorabilia I was expecting. Weasel probably prays to it every night for the downfall of the Union. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
There was, Wait. That mug got thrown in the trash. Were they trying to plant a connection between the two?
Seems like a good thing. A good theory.
Because I don't believe for a second that the guy that was letting him hang out there was I've heard about a connection between the lynch and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
Well, one that we know of.
Our victim.
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
Oh, that's so crazy. That doesn't sound like corporations at all.
I'm talking beasts.
Can you imagine?
Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Is that a reference to the fucking Chiquita Banana Company?
I assume so, yes.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on, you have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Oh. Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types.
Oh.
One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Wait, the whole neighborhood is in on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We've got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
And he's easily telling me all of this because he now has proof that I opened a door for him. That's kind of corruption I can get behind.
Come up for house sake, huh?
People who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, Socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land.
Well,
Definitely
exactly
a direct quote, yeah.
Probably worshipped him, so that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
Oh, God, what is Blackwater called currently?
I don't know.
Academy. Spelled with an I instead of a Y. Wait, no, wait, hang on! Did they rebrand again?
God,
They
keep
merged
rebranding for
with
every war crime.
Triple Canopy to form Constellis Holdings. Holdings!
Wow.
My God, they just really want to trick people into thinking, hey, look, we're not like a murder company. Definitely, they don't hire us to kill people.
Definitely.
Oh, and it was renamed Zay Services in 2009. Don't ask them what services, though. And Triple Canopy. Let's see here. What was this? Oh, they didn't they didn't get popular enough to have to rebrand 12 times.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
He's not scared of them. If anything, he likes them being here. Strange.
I mean, obviously. When you have an opposition, you can rally more. Get more control.
True, yeah. Literally just points like they're so scared of us to bring fucking armed mercenaries. It means what we're doing is working.
Well, not even just that. It's like, hey, look at that. They're sending armed mercenaries. We need to rally more together. We need more support. Yeah. We need more money from you. More power, more control, more everything.
Having an obvious enemy is great.
Yep.
It's a classic dictatorship mode.
You mentioned a lawyer girl? I already met her and confirmed her identity, but you know.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Definitely. You know, I'll see what he says. There's a collection of colonial mugs there. I found a similar mug in the trash with the hangman's clothes.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me.
Oh, they super planted that mug.
I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
I just realized they're outright admitting that they killed. They're outright claiming that they killed the mercenary.
Correct.
So why would they frame that other person? That weasel?
Indeed, why would they?
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
And this weasel might have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this.
And now we know the gender of the weasel.
But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
He imitates bashing something with an imaginary baton. Great technique. You'd make a great sergeant.
Would he? I'm not so sure about it.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are.
I think that's the first time that he actually genuinely laughed.
Oh. Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men. All 7 of them. Exemplary union members. Always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Theo. That was... Have we met Theo?
Interesting. Who's second in command?
Who knows?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind.
Yeah, that's, I'm beginning to wonder if he's not only addressing me just because I'm the one who's, more manipulatable.
Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
I've heard I've met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Thanks. That's exactly what we need for this one more night.
Wait, why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Like, he's... This has got to be a double bluff, right? Like, he's pretending to be bad at lying so he can hide the things he really wants to hide.
Who knows?
Take it, obviously.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
Him, it's free money. I mean, he does not do what he wants.
How many micro bribes would this guy take?
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions?
Good talk.
Was
Let's
it a
conclude
good
for now.
talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left, so you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
He's not saying that, is he? Man of the left is code for on the Union take, isn't it?
That seems appropriate. Number 3. What do you
I mean,
I'm more left than you are.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is with company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need
Of
to
course.
get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Easy. That isn't bad at all.
What are signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a model youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Nice.
Righteous.
There's a nameless little
Righteous.
street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
And what will happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Where is this place, exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
Kim, what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
He studies Everett.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
Fine, if I happen to be there, I can ask them. Accept the
You
task.
bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here,
He hands you an open white envelope.
you need to get
Item
signatures from
gained.
Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
He runs his fingers through his thin hair. That's right. That's the real mark of socialism. That's the true mark. Doing things that he asks you to.
Yep.
Ah. Now, for the real question. Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder.
Plus, I can pay you these 5 real here. Actually, 187 just to be safe.
Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Yeah, the belt thing.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
He licks his fat lips and smiles.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
Picks up the handset of a radio phone to his right, then clicks a button.
Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely, He needs it to be taken down. Please extend him this courtesy. You can find him down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet.
What's in the containers outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Never mind the container.
I rarely do, Harry. I have people for that. Now, you were saying?
Ever, I'm gonna leave now, but we might talk again later. Okay.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
Wait, what's the... Is this genuinely just like the most suspicious man actually building a youth center? That's amazing.
Who knows? Let's see if there's any loophole. Potentially, who knows?
There doesn't seem to be anything of interest here. No fine print. You're smart. You can read.
We have a skill point.
What?
Do you have any clothes with logic?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
Oh, that's a good
12
point.
to 40 month construction period.
I don't think I do. Oh, I do.
Glasses. And the bonuses on the side, is anything weighing it down?
Nope.
No. Yep.
I got +2 to logic,
Cool.
actually.
Nice. Let's hope it works. Is any loophole?
Out of the again.
Ah!
It doesn't seem to have any hidden clauses.
Critical failure.
Just maybe, what you see is what you get with Mr. Everard.
Yep, he seems like an honest man.
Lieutenant hums, watching him examine the document again.
Good times. Mr. Everard is just going to make it a beautiful community center.
Beautiful.
Really righteous.
Okay.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
I must have been on an advanced scouting mission in the harbor.
Yes, this looks pretty advanced, all right. For now, let's just move on.
This is the night watchman's booth.
Okay, nothing new.
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again.
Because I spin kicked him. Everett told me to help us get the body down from the tree.
So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Is that cunning?
He now has makeup.
That's most definitely not cunning.
You heard it on the radio.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
Both? Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it down ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Okay then.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Apparently so.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
I don't think I have either of those things.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
I know the option you have to pick.
Yes. I am an unbelievably corrupt cop. I am corrupt every opportunity I get.
The man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Is he one of the mercenaries? The scab leader?
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
Thank you for your cooperation, Measurehead.
Farewell, ham sandwich. You are a Union man from now on.
No, anything but a smoke.
Your ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich.
Anything new to say, Miniana?
How can I help you?
That weasel I visited, turns out he has one hell of a colonial mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Hey, his mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
Actually, I know anything about the Hardy Boys.
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Don't gotta run. Oh, there's someone new there. There isn't.
He's a new person.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again. Let's talk about our right to work.
What exactly is your goal
We
here?
were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you are unable to breach the entrance?
The main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, you can't get by Measurehead? What I got by Measurehead? Kicked him in the face.
Yeah. I saw your ballerina moves up there. In a real fight, these acrobatics will get you killed faster than a bullet.
So what was that?
You caught him off guard. That only happens once. Now he's alert, standing on a narrow bridge, and my men are tired and hungry.
Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Ah, you're racist.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
Get me wrong, the next racist we met wasn't better than the last.
No. They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw. A perfect, lightly bearded square wedge.
Minecraft Steve.
A lorry stuck in the trap.
Oh.
A lorry stuck. The windows are clear.
Okay, I thought there might have been a thing there, but...
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
What did the king do?
Even by the standards
Nice.
of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Oh. And then that treasure became lost.
He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
The man certainly knew how to live.
I would like to sleep on... No. No. Hustler? No. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. So yeah. Capitalist. Monarchist.
Fascist. Monarchist, yeah.
Reasonablest.
Centrist.
Communist.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
An deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit. Wait, cocaine? No, what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And
super cocaine.
Philippian cocaine was purple.
That is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Okay, where is it buried now?
Supernatural cocaine.
Of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then
Based.
further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
Who restored the monument? I already know.
Some years ago,
Who did?
a group of liberal, artistically inclined
Yeah, this is the people that were trying to, what's the word?
It would be ironic to
Oh,
restore
I guess
the
it's more
statue
info,
of
though.
the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
That's kind of fucked, TBH.
Yeah. But liberals.
Like, instead of like giving money to, actually improve the thing, you do it to avoid is, like, not to just restore the statue of the monarchist.
Like, there is a caught up difference between, like
if this was done like in like a rich part of the city, then I would be like, oh, that's really cool. But imagine like the poorest part of it,
Yeah, and I mean, like, admittedly, like, it's a thing, right? It's like, you take the $1,000 to get this far in it, and it's like, you could feed people for a few months with that, but, like, if you could achieve some greater ideal that might actually change things, that you could make an argument that it might be worth more. Not this, though. This is stupid.
Yeah, but yeah, like if it's like better art, I think it all comes down to this.
Make a piece that says slightly more than, this unpopular guy? He was bad.
See how ironic it is? The unpopular guy is in the poorest part of the city. The rich guy is in the poor part of the city.
It was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time. A rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
Oh, nihilism. Die, please.
That's such a bad idea.
People in Martinez tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Alright, so what have we got?
Joys, do crucial air, go for bad mission, go for the in his rise.
Alright, the body's down.
A nice log. The body's down, yep.
We should probably go take care of that.
Yeah, before, it decays even more.
Oh.
Good old Measurehead.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Oh, I see. So that's what that's a slur for.
He fucked the tree
Yep.
up. Fucked it good. It was porno.
By the way, kipped is a racial slur.
No, I figured that out.
Thanks. Thanks in class media.
Moving on. Like, You've got the morally correct one that's not going to change anything. You've got South Park.
You got being specifically racist.
Yep.
And you can just ignore this shit.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut.
Unicorn speed.
Talk to Mignon about the armor.
So?
He raises his eyebrows, projecting aggressive indifference. So, I just got 10 XP out of that.
You should thank him.
Nothing. Tip really paid off. Good job, Kuno.
What? Don't be playing Kuno off as a snitch bitch. The oldest trick in the book, people.
Are you snitching, Kuno?
This is some ancient bullshit, people. Kuno would rather take 10 than snitch. Pig's full of shit. Get the fuck out of here.
You found a real nice button to push. Turned the tables on him. You're a little bit closer now to understanding this kid.
Yeah, sure. Oh, I spent my point already. Nice.
Yep. To try to read that letter. But nope. Everclear is a very honest man. How could you ever doubt his intentions?
Hey, Kuno. Got any speed?
Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin.
You can have some. Just a little.
Fuck no, pig. Kuno ain't dealing to the popo. Not doing the pork pen for your sad speed habit. You don't know Kuno.
He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to figure this out somehow. You need to befriend him first.
Okay, I'm off. Oh, wait. No, it re-unlocked it. It re-unlocked it. It re-unlocked it. It re-unlocked it.
Fuck does Kuno care?
The fuck's going on with him? Kuno the snitch?
Kuno the snitch?
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Good coin flip.
Interesting. How?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad.
Was it her? Did she kill him?
She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
I can't outdo her? Fucking try me. Act on and try and separate them. Kuno. Psst.
Fuck you whispering about?
He whispers back.
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you f***ing whispering about!
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Okay, so option 1 is sort of a coin flip. Will he react by stating, Kuno could never be controlled, how dare you apply that, or
fuck
oh,
you.
Fuck that, you know, fuck her trying to control me. And number 3 is, you trying to control Kuno. Will he recognize that?
It's
Number
about
2
don't
will
make
just
look-
get
don't
Kuno
make-
to respect her. Obviously.
Yeah. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
But does suggesting to Kuno that he could be controlled make him look bad? Or she's fucked
It's
up.
up to
He
you.
respects the madness. He respects the madness. She's trying to control you. Kuno, listen to me. She's trying to control you. No, wait. Oh, that's too rational.
Yep, respects madness, and you being rational.
Ah! Just, psst, Kuno, come here. Stares at him for 10 minutes.
How do you speak to children?
Ah!
But be careful, you can still fuck this up.
Ah!
It's funny. It's funny.
Fuck it. Option 1's a little too coherent for me.
She's not fucked up.
Damn it.
Everyone's fucked up. Stop judging shit.
My glad she's over here. She's fucked up.
Wrong
Yeah.
move. But he's whispering still. You haven't lost him. Just don't mess up again. Or you will.
One last
There are no
chance.
guarantees here.
One or two.
Kuno, listen to me. She's trying to control you. We gotta get you out of here.
It's okay. The pig's trying to pit us against each other.
Well, oh
We're
well.
not gonna let him do that.
It's the one option that I didn't think was real.
It's so funny. You never considered the right option.
It said he respects madness.
That's it.
No, but the
You
thing
took
is,
the line. That was a bad, manipulative thing to say. You should understand. I got you this far.
Cue empathy.
You've tried to blame empathy on that?
It's not even.
Oh, wait,
that's
no.
not even a bad manipulative thing to say. That's the literal truth.
Try to fuck my Kuno! Try to fuck my Kuno away! Me and Kuno are tight. We ride for life.
A chill comes over you, the wind from the boulevard south, lashing you for trying to separate them, for trying to take the street out of Kuno.
One more try.
What's going on
Nope.
is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons. Like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just a busted up old piece of meat. This case is all I have. You're not helping.
Take the pain, fucko. Take the bad.
A child is not grinning. It looks more like a wolf baring its teeth.
Smelling weakness. She loves it.
You heard that? See? Porker wants to talk about how he can't hack this shit. Porker wants to move in with Kuno.
Don't let him move in with us, Kuno.
You have no idea what to say now. You're just going to have to try to change the subject.
Okay, bye.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely
Among
demolished
Us.
pinewood branch. It's gently laid
What?
on one side.
I just said Among Us because it said over Among.
Oh, among. Beautiful. Wipe a tear from your eye.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job.
Oh, yes!
Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
A field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
We have someone else for this. The doctor. Or no, don't we have someone else to cut his shit open?
It's not about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
Wait, honorary rank of detective?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able, usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is Lieutenant Detective.
I don't think I'm a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Enough.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Officer, you know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Yeah, let's get back to this later.
I hope we do. It's getting really late for an autopsy.
It's only 12 o'clock. Kim. Oh, you mean late for body? No.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Oh, he did, yeah.
What's going on?
Fuck.
Like you don't have enough on your plate.
Take the paint.
You have
Fucking right, pig.
What is empathy?
That shit. Kuno's a kingpin. Don't be
Think of my chain, aren't you, Kuno?
To the Kuno. Kuno's always serious, always rolling. Big kilo, but you ain't getting any. Get the fuck off.
He's got to at least know us. You need to befriend him first.
Kuno doesn't.
Okay, well, let's get to cutting.
The rotting man.
Get to the body.
On his side, with his eyes looking straight through you. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Just gotta guess what I'm gonna need here.
The rotting man. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Flap your gloved hands. Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
I don't know. What do you mean?
I mean when I need you to. Until then, I should handle physical contact, and you should take notes.
We just fill this in, right? Show him the red field autopsy form in your ledger.
That's right.
He nods.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Open the field autopsy
The
form.
dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
1. Assistant.
That's you.
Write the initials HDB.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says
2. Coroner's case number. Or, I'm sorry. 2. Coroner's case number.
KK57 dash 0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
We don't know when I arrived.
Next.
3. Name.
NA. Next.
4. Date of birth.
NA.
5. Age.
Roughly 50.
Right almost equals 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
6. Race.
Mondial.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
7. Sex.
Fucky!
The little monster exclaims energetically.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
8. Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
Wait, what is today? Do I know that?
We know the year. We know it's spring.
I don't think I know that just because we know that it was on Sunday. Or no, we don't know that it was on Sunday. We've been told that it was on Sunday.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
11. Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
A strange word. Treatment.
What exactly is treatment, anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
I'm not so sure.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest.
I mean, we did shoot it.
Preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbat puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one.
Oh, that just tells a story.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Turn the page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Number 1. External examination. Summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Write it
The
down.
rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Oh, right. Obviously, the person that threw it away would have been probably messing with the armor instead.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
Write it down.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body. If I don't write down that he had boots, then it's going to be harder to prove he was a mercenary later.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it down.
The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Write it down.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
Write it down.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the corpse's hair before moving on.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Stroke his hair gently.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread off a rag doll's head.
Keep petting him.
More hair sticks to the glove. Hair off the rain-soaked head of a dead man. There are bumps and dips on the skull below. An alien landscape. There, dead man. You were someone's child. It's all over now.
There, baby.
The lieutenant watches you in silence.
Write it down. Short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
That was some sick shit, Sekopa.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Write down.
Ligature mark.
Lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obviously the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
May I try?
It's no use. We should get chain cutters. You can try with them. I have a pair in the toolbox of my kinema.
Let's go get him.
Damn corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
Lieutenant gets up and brushes his pants. Oh, there it is. Intellect, right.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and a metallic drawer. The handles are long and sleek. The pull-out toolbox,
Alright, there you go. Snap in your hand. I was getting too into it. I just got into, click-through mode.
The rotting man lies on his side, with his eyes looking straight through you. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Number 1, external examination. Now we got the chain cutters, let's cut the belt.
Mm-hmm. Cut with as much precision as you can, please.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges.
No,
like
let me
white
change my
rising from
clothes.
the east.
Let me change my clothes first. No, let me change my
No.
clothes first.
No clothes changing. You must do this now.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already, they're buried deep in the metal.
Let's compromise the body.
Rotate them to get a better hold. Then,
Fuckity fuck.
the lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid.
Enough, got some.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that faggoty. Corpse fucking time.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Let him work. He steps in and takes the chain cutters from you.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here.
He hands the chain cutters back and then kneels closer to the body, running his finger along the dark red groove until he comes to a gap.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Write it down.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! It's gonna happen, see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Does it look like he was enjoying his moment of death?
Ah yes, your hunch before. We can have a semen analysis requested from processing, if that's what you meant.
Oh, shit. He died during his assault. The victim killed him. Respectable. Yes, processing. Science. That's what I meant.
Mm-hmm. Just write down that we request an analysis.
The corpse with his pants down does not have an opinion on the subject. All he has is genitals and a deathly odor.
Inspect the genitals.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Oh, I don't know why I read that. Write it down.
You
Add
inspect your
CO2.
genitals.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combating
Dead doth inside, do not eat.
and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
Write it down.
Last item, hands.
Takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, then moves on to the other hand. Pick up the hand.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
It's good to hold your hand. Did you like it when I stroked your hair?
I did, Kobo. I did. Reminded me of when I was just a small boy, before this happened to my face and my body. You did me a kindness there. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Working so close to the fumes coming from the corpse must be hard. You realize suddenly that the lieutenant has been barely keeping it together these past 2 items.
Write it down.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
2. Internal examination. Summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Write it down.
Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Force? Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Look deeper inside.
It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking. Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
Don't know what I expected.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Okay.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Lieutenant repeats impatiently. He lets go of the jaws. The mouth snaps shut before you.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
He wipes his brow. What, do we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. I don't think so.
Neither am I.
Right, NA.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Right, NA.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Write it down.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
He touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen, briefly. Write it down. Keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
3. Description of injuries summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
One, bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Write it down.
And your opinion, officer?
B. Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
2. Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
The lieutenant's admission has caused great gratitude in Kuno. He is silent with it.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal.
Right. Next.
It's a 4th injury field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
What about the injuries we've inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I have inflicted.
Okay, so there's a spin-stabilized munition from a Kiel A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung. And an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention those. Better not to muddy the waters.
I agree. The waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
The boy nods approvingly.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
3. Ligature marks.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
B. Non-fatal post-mortem. Lieutenant falls silent abruptly.
He is deep in thought, eyes fixed on the bright red ring around the dead man's neck.
Why do you say that?
He tilts his head. I'm serious. I don't think this was the injury that killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
Why weren't his hands tied? A big man like this, I would tie his hands and march him to the gallows.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right, I was ready to call this. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
First, how'd it go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success. We requested a test to be run on the genitals. That was the règle. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
For now.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
What about a copy of the autopsy form? He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something?
Search the body one more time, thoroughly.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look under his fingernails, like Kim already did.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
And I've got a gut feeling there's more to this corpse.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
A fridge, eh?
Can't you just hang out here for a little while longer?
If you want for this task to slowly become impossible, then yes. Otherwise, no. He's been hanging out far too long already. We need to ice him.
Okay, we're to find a fridge for the body.
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear
Oh,
sarcophagus
yeah.
below that building?
So that's what the ice bear-shaped refrigerator is for.
Now, that's an overstatement. It's not actually for storing cadavers, or at least I hope so. I think we should take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
The man is The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep
Once
breath.
more. With feeling!
You really ought to wait until the cadaver is refrigerated.
Oh god. Our protagonist's gonna die from depression soon.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. What do you think?
Are you kidding me?
Super detective? You're hungover.
Oh no! One left.
No pattern emerges for the time being.
Okay, let's get the body in the fucking fridge.
Oh no. How's our saves doing? It's not a great day for our protagonist here. He's just failing at everything sucks. He can't even talk to a kid. It's a bad day.
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge, slowly
Oh.
melting. The power has been cut off.
Gotta set it up again.
Oh no, is it gonna take a while to cool down
The black
again?
cable is plugged into somewhere in the dark.
Oh no.
You get bubble over pages.
His eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream.
That's a good fridge.
Hidden inside its bed.
So do you think of this fridge, Kim? It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Okay, let's do this. Clap your hands.
Heavier than you expected, and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You think it's good work?
No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bare fridge. This story does not leave this room.
This isn't police work, Kim. It's art. We're artists, and this was our vision.
If I were an artist, this would certainly not be my vision. I would be much, much more conservative in my work.
Yeah, tax interest.
He's right. His work would be much more formal.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Let's die.
The bear's eyes are
Here we go.
Despair creeps
Da, 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 da.
pointing fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eaten them all up now. There's something else in there. There has to be. But it's like reaching your hand into muddy water, fishing around, and coming up with nothing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're shit out of luck, fishing around right now. You're drowning.
Probably.
You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I'm done. No one even likes cops.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
He says with a sad half smile.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now.
End.
Cop gives up the detective social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all."
But yeah, probably go to Frit and buy some antidepressants.
Yeah. So that was Disco Elysium. Just got to the ending a whole lot sooner than I expected to, but
Yep.
It
was inevitable.
Probably will be calling it here now. Because it's been a good few hours, and good progress, I think. We failed once.
Yep.
Finally.
Yep. Finally just got depressed enough to just give up on everything.
Go live under a bridge somewhere and throw your shit at people. Metaphorically, that's already what I do. Alright.
But yeah,
anyway.
thank you for any VOD watchers for watching this so far. And I hope you come next time.
And if you're watching this live right now, chatting or lurking, I don't believe you.
You don't exist.
I don't know, you might.
If you somehow are like...
Wait, one viewer.
Like breaking...
Wait, hold on, do you have it on mute?
No. Oh, wait, I do!
Okay.
I do.
Hey, there is someone! Hello! I apologize for not believing you. Thank you for watching live. Anyway.
Thank you, random person who probably has this in the background.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. At 3 a.m. Central Time. More disco until it's done.
Disco.
Also, check me out on twitch.tv/Arcania, Fridays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. Central Time.
Arcania?
Arcania. Bye.